Today on Destination Polaris, we're off to Wyoming. Brace yourself.
That's weird, we're at 9,000 feet, I'm scared of heights.
Because on this trip, we go toe-to-toe with thousands of bison, wild horses, snowstorms, wildfires, and all the wind you can handle.
Hey, it's brutal.
Bring it on, Wyoming. We're ready for you. Destination Polaris starts right now.
Welcome to Destination Polaris. We are in the state of Wyoming, just chilling at 8,000 feet. That's what we do. We're gonna kick things off today by going for a ride right to this fire tower.
I really should know better than to book a trip to Wyoming in late November. I mean, what was I thinking? The weather could be good, it could be bad, and we got a little bit of everything on this trip.
We're going to kick things off with a ride to the top of Black Mountain. Black Mountain is about 45 minutes north of Cheyenne.
That's where you're going to be. We're going to be traversing up there.
All right, Jed, so what's our game plan today?
First, we're going to go up Black Mountain, which there's actually the only fire tower lookout left in commission in Wyoming.
Really?
We're going to go clear up to the top of that, and from there you can see quite a long ways. You can see a lot around the peak, and then from there we're going to come back down in. We're going to go around to the south end to the Arapahoe Trail, which is where the big fire that started up here this summer started, and it's pretty intriguing.
I bet it is. I hear. What does it look like up there?
Up where it started, it's like the moon. It's something that I've never seen. It's amazing.
Have you done this ride a few times?
Yeah. We've been up here several times, and it's different country. It's not quite as treed and trail ride. It's more open country, but it's very unique country for really anywhere.
So our crew today is made up of some Polaris dealers and anyone else brave enough to take on these conditions. It's pretty cold out, and to top it off, last night we even got a couple of inches of fresh snow.
Just happy to be out, enjoying the day.
Go time.
Let's go.
I think we were ready for the snow, but no one told us we were about to enter Wyoming's version of Jurassic Park. So check this out, you can't make this stuff up. Just a few miles down the county road, we rolled up on a pack of wild horses.
That was awesome. It's not too often that you're going to get a chance to run alongside horses like that. I mean, not in the open range. And they were running with us just like it was planned.
Just see them running around out there, and on an early winter morning, can't beat it.
Yeah, that was neat. That was really neat. Really, it really gives you a good perspective of the Wild West, really.
And if that wasn't enough, just around the corner, we came across tons of buffalo.
That was just way cool.
Seriously, both the horses and the buffalo happened in the first 15 minutes of our ride.
Wyoming's awesome.
Totally awesome. And we haven't even started our climb yet. See that little tower all the way up there? That's where we're headed. Stick around. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by ITP, the world's #1 aftermarket ATV and UTV tire and wheel source. And by Progressive Insurance. Think easier. Think Progressive.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. So far on our ride, we've seen wild horses, we've seen buffalo, and now we're gonna make our way to the top of Black Mountain.
Jed, we made it to the fire tower. It's up there, I can see it, but
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't unfortunately know a lot to tell you, but there's a really nice lady that mans that tower all summer, and she told us when we were up here this fall that it is actually the last manned fire tower in the state of Wyoming.
Jed's been up here a bunch of times, but on our ride, we had a bunch of first-timers.
Yeah, we had a good climb coming up into there. A little bit rocky, just right, not real technical. I'd say moderate to a little bit technical, and definitely a place where you can bring the family up into and feel comfortable about where you're riding.
Obviously up here you can see where it could be a great asset to be an early detector to fire.
Now, can you go up to the top?
Yeah, there's a stairway that can go up to the top, and there's a deck area that kind of goes around.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
Let's do that, okay.
You don't want to slip off up here, do you? Did you see where we turned the Y?
Just the payoff is just awesome.
You get up here and it's definitely a little bit, takes you back a little bit, for sure. It's definitely something you got to have a lot of respect for, because when you get out in it, whether you're on the ATV or side by side or on foot, you know, you have the wrong step or the wrong turn and you could have a hard day. Yeah, it was a good ride, a good trail from the bottom. It's pretty smooth on the main roads out there, but you get off of those at not crazy ridiculous, but it definitely makes for a fun ride. I bet it's pretty surreal when you're up here by yourself.
Don, on the other hand, he wanted nothing to do with that fire tower.
Yeah, it's weird. We're at 9,000 feet. I'm scared of heights. So. Well, I don't know. I just wasn't going to climb those steps going up to the top. That doesn't look like fun.
The view is awesome, but just over a year ago, you wouldn't want to be anywhere near this place.
Down in there is where it started.
What's unique to Laramie Peak this summer is the devastating fires that they had that took down a lot of forest on the backside of the mountain.
In the summer of 2012, a massive fire destroyed a ton of this forest.
You see a lot of the red timber that's burnt. Up closer to the top of the peak, it actually went clear up to the top of the peak, but the fire kind of went, it came around behind us over towards Albany Peak, and then it pretty much headed straight up north. I don't remember how many 100,000 acre it was by the time it was done, but
It was massive hit, wasn't it?
yeah, it was.
Why don't we head down the mountain and check out some of the damage?
So we started here, and we went on the Arapaho Trail.
No, it has changed dramatically, especially over the fires that we were part of this summer. You know, no matter which direction you were looking, there was always smoke all summer long, whether it be to the south with the fires in Colorado or to the north and the fires on Laramie Peak.
The devastation from the fire almost almost makes it look like the surface of the moon. It's just void of all life and vegetation.
What a way to end a strange but very cool day. When we come back, we're headed to a spot where the locals ride. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV, your one-stop shop for parts, apparel, and accessories. And by Central Boiler. We didn't invent fire, just a better way to use it.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We are in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So far, we've had a killer ride. We've seen wild horses, some buffalo, even had a little bit of snow. Today, we head to a local spot called Vaboo. The Vaboo riding area is located in the Medicine Bow Forest. Just drive a half-hour west of Cheyenne, and you're there in no time.
We're about equidistant between Cheyenne and Laramie. The game plan is just obviously to check out the scenery that this area provides, which is real unique to this part of the state. This is a high desert area, and to have these kinds of trails and this kind of elevation changes is pretty cool.
The only thing I'm not thrilled about on today's ride, the wind.
2 p.m. we'll hit 42-mile-per-hour gusts. I think the reason why we have only 500,000 people in the state is because the wind blows a lot of the newcomers right back out of here.
Well, before I get blown down the mountain, let's get rolling. Right away, you notice that Vaboo isn't like any other place in Wyoming.
Yeah, it's almost like someone just randomly placed these rocks here.
Big piles of rocks are sprinkled all over the forest.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
No idea.
I've been to, say, Big Bear in Southern California, and it looks a little like this, and Sedona, but those places are out west.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah, typically out here you get mountains or high desert, and you get nothing like this where it's just these rock formations that a lot of people come out here and climb, and you can see a campsite right out here, and this is what they do every weekend.
Between all those rocks, you'll find a crazy amount of trails.
Hundreds. There's countless switchbacks and trails throughout. It's literally hundreds of miles. You have a nice, easy trail system for people that just want to get out here and putz around, and there's the more technical terrain. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it here.
In Vaboo, you've got several areas to ride in. You can ride on the south side of Happy Jack, which is some of your more technical riding with more rocks, more cliff edges, more boulder formations to ride around, that sort of stuff. If you get on the north side of Happy Jack, it's more open terrain, more county roadish type riding, more higher speed type stuff.
So you can ride out on the trails with the trees, you have the rocks, the mountains. It's for new riders as well as experienced riders.
Depending on weather, if it's windier like it is today, I prefer the more tree-ridden side. If the weather is hot and you're needing to create some wind, get over onto the north side where it's a lot wider open and let the pedal fly.
It's a well-kept secret. A lot of people blow right by this to go to the Snowy Range, which is the big mountain range on the west side of Laramie. They bypass this excellent area, which is only 20 minutes outside of Cheyenne.
Because it's so close to Cheyenne, Vaboo makes the perfect day trip.
That's the best part, is the day trip. So, oh, well, we have a few hours today. Sometimes you can just wake up and go, let's go ride, and just drive up.
A lot of open trails, no trail restrictions.
Dude, do something about the wind today. It's brutal.
It won't shut off till tomorrow. On a real windy day like today, where we're gonna hit gusts of 40 miles per hour, I'm a little nervous that these rocks are gonna come down on us.
We didn't wait around to find out and bugged out for the day. When we come back, a true cowboy adventure. You're watching Destination Polaris.
I'm Steve Schiebel, and today we're talking about the all-new 2013 Ranger XP 900. First up, let's talk power. It's an all-new ProStar 900 engine, tuned for Ranger, cranking out 60 horsepower. Now let's talk about payload and towing. The Ranger XP 900 has a class-leading 2,000 pounds towing, class-leading 10 inches of front and rear suspension travel, a class-leading 12 inches of ground clearance, and again, a class-leading payload of 1,500 pounds. You can put 1,000 pounds of that right here in the box. The Ranger XP 900 has an all-new cabin area in which the seats have been lowered by an inch and the pedals have been pushed further forward. That preserves great ergonomics for big people. You add in the available adjustable driver's seat and 10 full inches of tilt steering, and the Ranger XP 900 fits more people more comfortably. The Ranger XP 900 has the industry's only 60/40 split bench seating. You have storage located under the passenger seat and the same storage found under the driver's seat as well. The last part of seating and comfort brings us back to the ProStar 900 engine. The engine and the transmission have been bolted together and then rubber isolation mounted in a much stiffer chassis. The result? This is the smoothest running and quietest engine in the Ranger line. The Ranger XP 900 has over 100 pure Polaris accessories ready to go, including the all-new ProFit cab system with windshields, rooftops, and rear panels with lock and ride features that literally go on and off in seconds. So there you have it, the all-new Ranger XP 900, a whole new class of hardest working, smoothest riding.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Hatfield McCoy, where the trail riding adventure begins. And by Maui Jim Sunglasses, the fastest growing premium polarized sunglass maker in the world.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We are in Wyoming, and that means cowboy country. Just look around downtown Cheyenne and you'll find big boots and cowboys on every corner.
The downtown areas, they take pride in keeping that as historically accurate as possible.
So what's it like to be a true cowboy? We wanted to find out.
And they don't mean to hurt you a lot of times, but sometimes they will.
Just a few miles south of downtown, you'll find the Terry Bison Ranch.
It's good sized. It's a commercial feed yard, and we also run a breeding herd, mostly for genetics.
Dave runs the ranch, which isn't easy when you're dealing with 1-ton animals.
They can run 40 miles an hour top speed. That's a lot of inertia. They can bust through anything that they want to break through. And they can jump. That's the other thing that people don't understand. 6-foot fence, doesn't matter.
And today, they got a couple of big boys who aren't playing by the rules.
There was reports of a buffalo out at mile marker 92.6 on the railroad tracks. We'll head straight up to the top, and then we'll keep going so we can look at the tracks. Once we get up there, we'll kind of regroup.
Back in the day, the cowboys would chase the bison on horses. Not anymore.
I've been running Polaris machines for about 10 years. They're great machines. They're rugged, they're dependable, they're durable, and stability. Stability out here is a big factor. We've got really big hills and draws and washouts. Got a bull on the other side. I think that's him. You better try and buzz ahead of him, Merrick. Oh, I saw this one. This guy's running the opposite way.
Where the hell are we gonna put him back in at?
Well, isn't there a gate or something on the other side?
Across the other side of the tracks and then open them gates.
Right. I'm worried about this guy. This guy's our main threat. He's on the tracks. If we have a train that comes, we'll try and get him first. That's why buffalo ranchers need to test Polaris ATVs. We drive fast and we have to go everywhere these guys can go. They don't want to go through there. They don't know what's on the other side of it necessarily. That's why it's so hard to get them pushed through some of that stuff. All in, that was good. That's the fun part. That's what makes the job worthwhile, you know. I mean, you can come out here and you can play and you get, I mean, it's a job. We're doing our job, but it's fun. We get to run around as fast as we can go and chase stuff, and it's neat. Good, good.
Plan now.
Well, I think now we'll just puss around and try and get them all gathered and then just push them down the hill. This is probably close to 1,000. So the predators look at that and they go, "Oh, there's too many of them. That's huge. That's, you know, that's one big moving mass."
Now that everyone is playing nice, Dave gets back to work.
Part of my job is herd health. Every day I go up and down the alleys and just kind of stop at each pen. What I look for is if they're droopy heads, if they've got a lot of nasal discharge, if they're lame, if you look at them and there's just something that's not quite right. You can't really put your finger on it, but they just don't look healthy. No, everybody looks really healthy today. We're actually safer on a four-wheeler than we are on foot with them. I can go just as slow or just as fast as I need to. They're the new workhorse. We use them every single day, every single hour of every day.